Are you feeling overwhelmed? Are you feeling this constant chronic stress and anxiety that you're trying to heal from when you're in the process of recovery from complex PTSD after narcissistic abuse? Or are you just stressed? Don't worry, because stress is something that we deal with on a daily basis. You are not alone. And if you're here in this video, welcome, because I'm going to share today 9 practical steps and tools that you can do to apply even on this week right away that help you to deal with stress and that eventually they will help you to make yourself feel better. Also, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Hello here. My name is Elisabetta and I'm your narcissistic abuse recovery coach and energy healer. My purpose here is not only help and guide you to heal and recover from complex PTSD, but also to help you manifest the life of your dreams. So you don't only heal from complex PTSD, but you also thrive from it. Stick around till the end because there's 2 tools that I want to deeply emphasize on. They are really practical and really useful, and they don't always they didn't just help me, but they also help my clients. So let's just dive in. So my favorite one and the quickest way to calm your nervous system is the box breathing technique, and it's super easy. So when you're stressed, your body goes into flight or fight mode. This means that your heart is racing, you might feel like a tight bump or on your chest or on your throat, the shallow breathing, also your muscles tensing. This box breathing flips the switch almost instantly from the flight or fight mode to the rest and digest mode, which is exactly what you need to calm down. So the way that we're going to do is basically that you sit down or you lay down in a comfortable position. It doesn't matter if you're on your bed or if you're in your car before a meeting. You just sit down, close your eyes, start focusing on your breathing, and as we're doing it together right now, we inhale 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. We hold the breath 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we exhale another 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is basically a technique. As you can see, it's very easy, very quick. But the good thing is that your heart rate starts to slow and the tension melts away. And bonus points for you if you can imagine something that makes you feel happy, or maybe you imagine that you're holding something soft, that also helps a lot. So whenever stress hits, you can do 4 rounds of it. Remember, it's 4, 4, 4. You can also do 4 rounds and you will feel much better, trust me. Now, the next one, and I really love this one because I always recommend it to my clients, is EFT Tapping. So what it does, it combines specific acupressure points with acknowledging your feelings, because many times when we feel stress, we just ignore our feelings and ignore our bodies, and we tend to disassociate, and we don't want to do that. This is not the goal. Also, there's a lot of research done on this technique, and it showed that it can reduce cortisol, which is the stress hormone, up to 43%. That's powerful. And in just 1 session, important. So the steps that you're going to do is you're going to rate your stress or anxiety level from 0 to 10, 10 being the most anxious and scared ever. And then you're going to come up with a setup statement. For example, even though I feel this anxiety, or even though I feel this stress, or even though I feel this overwhelm. And then you say specifically on what part of your body also you feel the stress. So for example, usually you can feel the stress on your forehead, in your head when you have a headache, or maybe you're afraid and you feel the stress in your chest. So you say, even though I feel this stress, for example, in my chest, I accept and love myself anyway. So a second time, even though I feel this stress or fear or whatever in my chest or in another part of your body, I completely and deeply accept myself and love myself anyway. So now we're going to do the exercise together. Now we have the setup statement, and we're going to start on the top of the head, and I will guide you through the other parts of the body. So we start on the top of the head. Even though I feel the stress and anxiety on my chest, and then we go to the side of the head, I accept and love myself anyway. Even though I feel the stress and anxiety on my chest, I accept myself anyway. we continue. Up of your eyes, under your eyes, side of the head, below your nose, under your mouth, on the chin, collarbones, below your chest, on your stomach, below your armpits. Now on the hand, on this part, on the wrist, and on the palm. So basically it should look like this. Even though I feel a lot of stress and anxiety on my chest, I accept, I completely and deeply accept myself and love myself anyway. So this is what you do. I also attached a link below with a specific video I created for this explanation with more details. I'm not going to spend so much time explaining this because this is focusing on other techniques. But yeah, if you want to see the detailed explanation, the video is down below. Use this exercise from 7 to 9 times. As long as you eventually calm down and your stress level is lower, it's important to rate your stress level before and after each session. So for example, if your stress level is 9 or 8 and after each round of tapping you go lower to 5 or 4, that's perfect. It's just important to keep track of that, okay? So the number 3 technique, also one of my favorites I use with myself and my clients, is the butterfly hug. And it's great because it's part of EMDR therapy, another technique and modality that I use often. And it combines bilateral stimulation to calm down your nervous system and create a sense of safety. So what you're going to do is you're going to sit down like this. You can also lay down, but you're more comfortable usually sitting down. And you're going to cross your arms like this, as if you were giving yourself a hug. And you're going to alternate tapping like this, as if you were a butterfly with its wings, tapping like this. You can also close your eyes as I'm showing you. And you can also add the feeling of like the words, for example, any affirmations like I'm safe, I'm protected, nobody can hurt me now. And again, I have another specific video on this exercise, so if you want to see the details and the explanation of why this works, you can also check it down below. But it's great, like you can notice the feeling of peace and calmness in just half a minute or in just 1 minute or so. You can do it also in the car, when you're at home, very discreet. Just try it out and you will see the results. It's also incredibly grounding and it can help you settle down, on the earth. Another one of my favorites is obviously physical activity, getting on moving, because when you have so much stress, like especially chronic stress accumulated in your body, that is energy that is not moving, and you need to release that energy. Usually people, when they don't know how to release that energy, they will either lash out at other people, projecting all that frustration and anger that has been bottling up, or they would just hide it on themselves and numb it out because they don't want to hurt anybody. In both cases, in both situations, this is toxic and unhealthy for you and for other parties involved. So what I strongly recommend is to release this energy, but in healthy outlets. And this also includes obviously moving. So basically, stress hormones are meant to prepare you for action. So when you move, you release those hormones and also release feel-good endorphins, which is a win-win situation. You release the stuck-up energy and you get a good feeling. And if your financial situation is not very good at the moment, I'm going to tell you, you don't need a gym. You can just have 20 to 30 or even 1 hour of a walk in the forest, in the park near your home. You can also do workouts at home as well. There's many apps that I can recommend. There's also a link down below, both for women and men. You can also dance in the kitchen. You can do choreographies. There's a lot on YouTube actually. Stretching, yoga, Pilates. There's a lot of options and you can just choose the one that works best for you. So next time you feel stressed, just stand up and move for at least 5 minutes and notice the change in your whole system. Now, the next one is meditation or mindfulness, and some of you might be actually bored of it because many times everyone says meditation, and you might think that meditation is actually overrated and people say it way too often. But meditation and mindfulness actually train you to stay in the present moment instead of always overthinking or ruminating in the past, or just going to worry all the time about the future and what's going to happen, and always planning and trying to control every single situation, which is outside of your reach, realistically speaking. So what I really recommend for this is to sit down at least from 5 to 10 minutes. You can increase as you go, and close your eyes and just start focusing on your body sensations. Many times it will get hard for you to do this, especially if you used to constantly stay on your phone or on your laptop, PC, or if you're just used to staying busy and being, productive, and rather than staying still. But this is actually a great exercise to slow down your brain and actually see that, hey, I'm not in danger. Like, I'm actually okay if I'm not doing things all the time. So the next one is listen to music or engage in a hobby. And this can seem like pretty simple, but it actually works a lot. I would start with music first because you can also use subliminal audios. For those of you who don't know what is a subliminal audio, it's basically a video or an audio that includes music, which your conscious mind can hear. And then it has embedded affirmations that your conscious mind cannot hear. Only your subconscious mind can hear those. So while your conscious mind is distracted with this music, your subconscious mind actually can get the affirmations. And the more you repeat these affirmations, the more you're going to get them and embody them in your life. And there's many subconscious audio subliminal affirmations on this, so I really recommend them. Music, of course, there's many types of music. There's music for setting you on motivation. There's music for like getting your mind to get to this chill mode and to focus. There's also music for calming down the anxiety. I really recommend that. And also engaging in hobbies. For example, I enjoy cooking or baking. That gets my brain to this flow state where all the external worries disappear just for a while. It helps me to stay focused. I also like drawing and painting, also learning new songs and playing instruments, and even just learning songs to sing. That's also great. I really enjoyed it. So if you have caught up yourself in being stressed, just remember your inner child and go and ask your inner child, what did you enjoy doing? Why did you stop doing that? It's a great idea. It will help you a lot. Because if you think about it, we as children, we already know how to regulate ourselves. What happened is that we get influenced and programmed by society because they tell us, no, this is not correct. You shouldn't be doing it because it's not appropriate, and blah, blah, blah. Learn to be a child again, especially for the regulating your nervous system part. Now, the next one I would recommend a lot is take care of your sleep and your hygiene and just build healthy habits. And why? Because this is the foundation. Like, poor sleep makes you feel 10 times worse, relating with the stress and anxiety. I always feel so bad when I don't sleep enough, and I really hate being woke up early. So this is also a sign that we all need proper sleep. At least aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep, 10 if you really need so. And this also means dim lights and no screen time before bed. So probably just leave 30 minutes to 1 hour of no screen time of phones or TV or whatever before you go to bed. Also, just a reminder to support your body with enough hydration like this, and limit excess of caffeine, for example, alcohol. A healthy example of caffeine that I recommend is matcha. I really enjoy it, especially for ADHD. It's as a great substitute. Obviously, balanced meals, of course. And then muscle relaxation before you go to sleep as well. You can do some stretching exercises, yoga. There's also the part of doing workouts, but then you would need like at least 30 minutes to recover, but only if you need so. So yeah, just balance life. Don't do anything in extremes. And then the 8th tip is basically journaling and gratitude, something that I sometimes forget, but it's so needed. I do it especially every day. I write down at least 5 things that I'm grateful to have for people to know. And this helps my brain. It actually trains my brain to focus more on what I already have and what I lack. So if you focus more on what you already have, you already will start working on and focusing more on your goals and what you can get more, instead of focusing on what you don't have and what you're miserable on. Journaling also, of course, helps you to train with perspective and helps you also to process your emotions and feelings. And if you are on the process of actually like healing and recovering from complex PTSD, I strongly recommend my Inner Work Survival Journal. There's more than 100 prompts and questions that you can start working on. The link again is down below and the video description and the comments, and I strongly recommend you to have it because many survivors got it. It has been a game changer. You can also write every day at least 3 things that you're stressful for and how you can actually solve the things. This trains your brain to focus again on actions rather on ruminating on how your life is so bad and miserable. Like actually focus on solving these things. And then of course you can also start writing on 5 things you're grateful for, as I mentioned before. And the last tip I would love to recommend is obviously connecting with someone. It really helps. Humans are made for connection. And when you actually talk to someone about your problems, you also release the feeling loved hormone, and that helps you to feel loved, obviously, to feel accepted. But actually, with abuse survivors, there's a catch on this, because that makes you obviously not trusting of other people. You had many people betray you, and I really understand that. Like, I also experienced this many times. So really be careful on what people you trust. If you have toxic family members, obviously don't go to them, because you won't find the support you need there. Or also with your friends, like really choose people that appreciate you and that actually know they have the emotional capacity to hold your emotions for a limited amount of time, not all the time, but they can hold your emotions and they can also give you like proper advice and support you when you're feeling down. Not someone who always lashes out and criticizes you for not doing it enough. If you're a narcissistic abuse survivor and you're dealing with complex PTSD, this is very dangerous because it's re-traumatizing you. The same with online communities. Really be careful what type of people you hang out. If you also need ideas on which communities to hang out, I got links down below. I especially recommend my Becoming Phoenix community on Facebook. It's free. We got special perks every week. And there's tons of resources for you to start your healing journey. So the link again is down below on the video description and on the comments. So this is my video for today. Hope you enjoyed these 9 techniques and tools. My challenge for you this week is to pick 2 techniques, 2 tools, the ones that I gave you, and come back in a week or so and tell me in the comments how did it go. And I will read all the comments and respond, of course. Also, before I go, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to thumbs up, like the video, subscribe, hit the bell button so you don't miss more videos related to narcissistic abuse, healing from complex PTSD, and spirituality relating themes. And I will see you next week with the next video. Also, let me know what topics you would like to see, because I read all the comments and your topic might be chosen for the next video. Okay, so thank you so much for watching again, and bye.